Yeah, so I'm thinking a quick trip, well, around the circle to get this. Snake idol. What's that? Snake idol. A small wooden idol in the shape of a snake. Despite its cute appearance, it represents a protective spirit. Boosts magical defense. We should give that to someone with crappy magic defense. You! Or you. You're even worse, actually. Oh, it's such a tiny boost. So Simone. Well, every little bit helps, I guess. Jeez. I wonder if the ice-specific one is better for here. Although we'll not be sticking around much longer. We're gonna hit the camp again before we cross over. And we'll make sure... Well, I mean, we can't buy any more stuff. We already... If the game is creating the pattern that I think it is, we already know we can't go buy more things. But unlike last time, we will not rush onto the plate here in a foolhardy manner. We're gonna go rest at the camp. Get all our health back and stuff. Get in there. Rest at the camp. Yeah, do it. Do it. Okay. Save the game. We did it. Yeah. A couple more ice nymphs for the road. So what theme will the next floor have, do you reckon? We've already done ice. We already had our intro floor. Oh, there are so many themes a dungeon can have, though. Will it be fire? Will it be out of the frying pan and into the flames? Except the frying pan was stored improperly in the fridge. We're gonna activate the teleport six and leave the cell. Yes! Let's go. Oh, right. I was gonna read, like, journal stuff. I was like, but it slipped my mind in between camping and being done camping. Woo, finally! Let's hope the next floor is a bit warmer than this one, eh?
Yes, let's. Now then, Edric, would you please activate the circle for us?
Of course. Brace yourselves, everyone.
That sound is like music to my ears. Let's hurry up and ditch this icebox, guys.
Woohoo! Interlude, Spring of Truths. Since when do we get interludes? I must stone cleave those statues.
Oh, goodness, I didn't expect our destination to be so...
Well lit? Yeah, it's kind of hurting my eyes after being in the dark for so long. But I won't complain. After all, progress is progress, right? Precisely. Our eyes ought to adjust quickly enough. All things considered, it isn't...
Eddie, what's up? Whoa.
Wow, what's this supposed to be? It's the Spring of Truths.
It's so beautiful, so full of life.
Fascinating. To think that such a variety of flora would thrive here of all places. And this water, where in the world is it all coming from?
Well, I know what my favorite part of the tower is. Hard to believe this place is under the Dark One's control, huh?
Yeah, Hey Edric, did the prophecies you studied say anything about this place?
And now that you mention it, I do recall one passage in particular. There, the spring of truths flows eternal, imparting the wisdom of heaven to the hearts of mankind. Most scholars believe that the spring of truths is a metaphor for enlightenment, but perhaps it's far more literal than we thought.
In that case, we are truly blessed to behold such a sight. Perhaps we ought to investigate the spring further. If nothing else, it would make for the perfect place to pray and meditate. Yeah, and who knows? With all this talk of wisdom, maybe we'll get to leave a bit smarter.
Maybe we'll get some of your memories back. Wouldn't that be nice? Cleave it.
Sigurd, this is a holy place. Think about what you're doing before desecrating it.
Sorry. Force of habit, I guess. Well, you know I had to try it. I'm gonna guess there aren't monsters on this floor. How about, can we... Undergrowth? Lately I can't use undergrowth here. Oh, but this one. This one looks like it's... Yeah, here we go. Harvest it. Do it. Let's just make Superman atomics because it's on this floor. That's my opinion. We cannot cross this tiny shrubbery. This one needs our help. Watch, this is like a floor we visit recurringly, and I'm just taking all these resources that I could save for later. But once again, it's like there's no reason not to just put them in your inventory. They don't go bad or anything. Okay. Well, let's save before we check the big puddle. What's up? Wow. In all our travels, I don't think I've ever seen such pure, clean water.
Indeed. It almost feels as though it's drawing us in, doesn't it? What the? Did you guys just see that?
Whatever it was, it came from the spring itself.
Oh, brave and mighty heroes of the tower. You have done well to reach this holy spring of truths. Now gaze into the spring, for truth awaits the valiant and the just.
That voice. Who was that just now?
I haven't the faintest idea. But I sense no ill intent from it. Perhaps it was the voice of the gods speaking to us. Let's hope so. Then we might actually find out where they've been all this time.
Yes, perhaps we will.
Look into the spring of truths? Sure. Dive in there. Just get all up in it. It's a chair. And some buildings that look fairly modern. And there's someone sitting at a desk. Can't quite make out everything I'm seeing here, but... Perhaps you can pause the video and see for yourself what those things might be.
What was...
I have no idea. Some sort of vision, perhaps?
But it didn't make any sense. Those things we saw, those places. How are we supposed to know what they mean if we don't even know what they are?
I'm right there with you. I wouldn't be so sure that we don't. You guys... Maybe the spring wasn't showing us what happened to the gods. Maybe it was... He's trying to form thought. He's got a thought rolling around in that brain of his. But there's an earthquake now.
Oh, what the hell? An earthquake? This isn't just an earthquake, Ruby. This dark energy. Where on earth is it coming from?
It has to be the Dark One's minions. They found us.
Damn it. Looks like we're not safe here after all. Prepare for battle, everyone. We can't allow them to...
Sigurd? Sigurd!
What? But how?
Oh gods! Eddie! Come on, Lily, we've got to get out of here before...
I think we did just get out of here. Third floor. The Rose Garden. Oh, we're going grass-themed this time. Fire's still gonna kill everything. Ugh. Ow, my head. What the hell was... Edric? Edric? Edric! Are you alright? Ugh.
I appreciate the concern, Sigurd, but could you please express it a little more quietly next time?
Whew, what a relief. After that earthquake, I was afraid you were...
Wait, where are...
Two-party member challenge?
Sigurd, did you see Lelia or Ruby when you awoke?
Oh no, don't tell me.
Gods, we should have known this would happen. That frozen chamber was only the beginning. It was only a matter of time before the Dark One tried to split us up for good.
We've got to find them. Who knows what kind of danger they could be in.
Indeed. Let's not waste any time. This place, it appears to be garden of some sort. A well-kept one at that. Setting aside the obvious questions for now, that can only mean one thing.
Yeah, we're not going to be alone in this place, are we? In that case, we'll have to watch out for more than just your common monsters. Be careful, Edric!
Yes, you too, Sigurd.
More than just common monsters. Oh, it sounds so nice, though. Well, hold on. We gotta look at our journal. It's journal time, nerds. The frozen chamber.
After defeating the stone giant, I was able to utilize the teleportation circle, allowing us to ascend to the tower further. However, we were caught slightly off guard by the freezing cold temperatures our destination had to offer.
Understatement of the century! It's cold! It's super cold! I hate the cold!
Me too, Ruby, but you didn't need to take up half the page to say so.
We eventually came to the conclusion that the cold was an attempt by the Dark One to thwart our efforts, among other sinister devices. It was here where we discovered that the Grief Eaters of legend actually existed, as well as all of the dreadful things they were capable of, namely, mental attacks intended to break our spirits. Yeah, really freaky stuff. Thankfully, though, we found Ani again, and she showed us a way we could keep the Grief Eaters' magic at bay, and I got to play with Francis again.
Again, priorities.
I wonder if she would have written that part if we didn't play with Francis. Eventually, we came across the second guardian of the tower, a human-like creature that used powerful ice magic. It was a rough battle, but we managed to pull through in spite of everything.
In spite of everything? What do you mean by that, Sigurd?
I mean that this part of the tower was a lot more difficult to get through than the first. At least, I thought so. I don't know if it was the grief eaters or the other things we saw, but it's like this negative energy was hanging out over our heads the entire time.
So you noticed it too. I see. However, it's just as you said before, a ploy by the Dark One to destroy us from the inside. We'll have to remember that if we are to succeed in our mission.
Of course, I know that. I'm just saying that we can't let it get to us. No matter what, our entire world is counting on it.
Indeed. Let us ask the gods for courage and fortitude as we proceed. And while we're at it, can we ask them for some bourbon too? A hot toddy sounds really good right about now.
I don't know what a toddy is. The Spring of Truths.
Wowee! After that deep freezer of a dungeon we just crawled through, it sure is nice to find a place that's not negative a billion degrees, isn't it?
You're exaggerating, Ruby. Such temperatures would require a cosmic shift unlike any other. Mainly the complete disappearance of our sun. And then she scratched out all my words.
No one asked you, nerd! Oh, look at me. I'm Edric and I'm so damn smart. Watch as I prattle on out stuff nobody cares about while completely forgetting what a joke is. Must you two record your argument in this journal? I don't want to look back on the journey to remember my friends fighting.
Of course. My apologies, Lelia. I'm sure Ruby meant nothing by that little outburst.
You too, I swear.
Okay, fine, but only because I don't want to get hurt Lily's feelings.
Anyway, it looks like we've come across what the prophecy is called the Spring of Truths, though we don't know exactly what truths it wants to impart to us.
It could be any number of possibilities. Truth is a very vague term, after all. Perhaps it means the truth of what actually happened to the four gods.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Then, once we've kicked out the Dark One, we can bring them back to fix all the problems it caused. Yes, that would be ideal. But what if we could use the spring to recover our memories as well?
Well, I never thought about that. That'd be great too. But I'm honestly more concerned about our journey succeeding than getting our memories back. At least for right now.
I agree. Our memories are important, but the fate of the world takes greater priority.
You're right. It was just a thought I had. I didn't mean to distract us from our mission. It's okay, Lily. You didn't do anything wrong. We always can come back to this place later and see if your idea works, right, guys?
I couldn't quite read that word at the distance I was sitting. Even with my screen a little bit bigger than it was. So now we've seen Revulo. What does it got to say about him? Revulo, the Ice Seer. Elemental affinity is water.
The second of the Tower Guardians that we've come across, it takes on an appearance resembling that of a holy man. But like the previous Guardian, it seems to be working on behalf of the Dark One, making it anything but divine. We were woefully unprepared for its powerful ice attacks, which even Lelia's healing magic could not counter. We'd do well to learn from this battle should we face any similar enemies in the future.
That was like 100% untrue.
You know, I'm getting real sick and tired of these Guardians pulling dirty moves on us.
I agree. The Dark One is being a coward, sending lackeys to do its dirty work. If it's so powerful, it should be able to take us on in a fair fight.
I don't believe it wise to expect fairness from our enemy. If we are to defeat the Dark One, we must accept that it will do whatever it takes to stop our ascent. Please be careful, everyone.
And then we got split up. Save point. Do it. Save the game. Can I stone cleave these? Yeah! Do it! Hey, there were flowers underneath.
Mushrooms.
Sorry, there were mushrooms.
And they appear to be of the venomsbane species as well. These would make for quite the potent antidote.
Yeah, too bad Lelia's not with us, huh?
Hold that thought, Sigurd, if you'll allow me.
We got an antidote. What? Whoa, hey, how did you do that?
Simple observational learning. I've watched Lelia harvest these enough times to know roughly how to do it myself. I may not be able to grow them, but if we happen upon any more mature plant life, I'll try to make use of them.
Hooray! Observational learning, huh? I should have guessed as much, huh?
And just what do you mean by that, exactly?
Nothing, Edric. Don't worry about it. We've already harvested the mushrooms. Well, what if there's more mushrooms under the other
Don't you tell me he can't.
It's so strange. There was nothing under that one, though. Like, that time I didn't even change positions. All I did was, like, bump into the statue, and I guess maybe that makes it face your direction. And then you can cleave it if it's facing your direction. But that seems really weird. Like, shouldn't you just be able to interact with the statue from whatever side and it'll just do the same thing? Or does the game need to make sure that you're facing the thing you can use it on, and therefore the event has to face the hero and it checks to see if they're facing each other? Perhaps that's what it is. I still feel like this could have been solved by you press Z on the thing you want to use the thing on, and it does the thing.